Hello everyone, I'm doing this quick video to show you guys how I got the aimtrak light gun to work with the Raspberry Pi using RetroPie. For this setup I'm using RetroPie 4.2, which is the latest as of today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go in the RetroPie setup, and after you get in there we're going to update the RetroPie setup script. For this setup I'm going to be using advanced MAME 1.4, but you could use any other version of the advanced MAME that you feel more comfortable using. This version of advanced MAME uses the ROM version 0.106. After the update is finished for the RetroPie setup script, head down to the Manage Packages option, and then we're going to select on Optional Packages. Once you get there, you could install all 3 packages of the advanced MAME if you'd like, but for this, like I said, we're just going to install the advanced MAME 1.4. Go ahead and pick Install from Binary. This shouldn't take long at all. After it's done installing, you'll see an install in parentheses next to it. Once that's done, you probably don't need to restart your Raspberry Pi, but I like to restart mine after I install or do any type of update, so I'll go ahead and reboot mine after I'm finished with this portion. And then once boot back up, we're going to go into the RetroPie menu, and we're going to choose the File Manager. What we're going to do now is test your gun to make sure it's being recognized by the system. So we need to go back a couple folders, so go to the top option, press back, go to the top option again, press back, go to your OPT folder. After you're in the OPT folder, you're going to go to RetroPie, and then go down to emulators, and now down to Advanced 1.4. Pick a bin, and then ADVM. Once you press enter to open it up, your screen should look like mine, and once you move your gun and press the buttons on it, you should see different things starting to happen on the screen similar to mine. If your screen looks similar to mine whenever you move and press the gun, then everything is working okay. Press Ctrl C to exit out and enter to confirm. So we're going to go back a few more folders once we're inside of the file manager again. Keep going back till you get to the folder that has configs. Press enter on configs, then you're going to go down to MAME, advanced MAME. Press enter on it. It says advanced MAME 1.4.rc. Once you have it highlight, press F4, and if a box pop up that asks you how you want to do it, you're going to pick option 2, which has easiest written next to it. So type 2 and press enter to get in here. We're going to make a few changes to this file and then save it before we exit. So where I'm at right now, where it says device_mouse and then space auto, you're going to go ahead and delete out auto, and we're going to type raw, R-A-W. Once you got that done, you could just make all the changes that you see me making on screen. So what I did on that line was I delete auto, and I type /dev, that's DEV, /input, that's INPUT, /mouse 0, that's MOUSE, and the number 0. And I'm going to do that for the next 3 lines, except on the mouse I'm going to change it to 1, 2, and 3. Once that's done, I'm going to change the next 4 lines by deleting the PNP, and I'm going to go ahead and put PS2. Once you're finished changing those, we're going to save it by holding down your control button and press X on your keyboard. It'll ask you if you want to save, confirm with Y, and then press enter to save the file. Once you're back in the file manager, go ahead and press F10 to quit, and then you can go ahead and transfer your game over. If you're following this tutorial, I'm using MAME version 0.106, and I'm going to be putting it inside the advanced MAME folder, which the folder is actually labeled MAME Advanced. This is an app that I use on my phone to transfer files from my phone to the Raspberry Pi. You could use whatever method you use to transfer your games. We're going to be using Duck Hunt to test this. Once you have your games in the folder, you can go ahead and restart the Raspberry Pi, or you could just restart Emulation Station. Now that's all done, let's go ahead and test it to make sure it works. Make sure your sensor bar is powered on and sitting on top of your monitor. And you could go ahead and point the weapon towards the screen and move it, and you should have your crosshair moving around. That should be it. Hopefully this worked for you. The next thing you'll need to do, since this is probably the first time you're using MAME Advanced, is you're going to need to configure your controls. You can do that with your keyboard by tapping Tab on your keyboard, and then you could edit the controls for either just this game, or you could just go ahead and configure it for all games. If you have any question about any of the process that we just went through, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll respond to you as fast as I can. Thank you. Have a good day.